Hi, welcome to my workout here, working legs and glutes. We're going to go 40 seconds on, 15 seconds off. I want you to think about while we're standing here, just having a couple of squeezes of bum muscles, squeeze them together, let them go, squeeze them together and let them go. Right, we're going to start with our first lot of things here. We're going to do a squat. A squat is simply having a sit down. Now, if you had your chair there, you can be doing a pretend sit over the top. So just hover over the top of that chair if you're not sure what a squat entails. So I want you to think about this bottom back, chest up. As we come up, we push the heels. And every time we come up, I want you to think about doing a squeeze through those glutes. So you're going to squeeze them. Every time I stand up and I push my heels away down into the ground, I'm trying to push the earth away from me. I'm squeezing these glutes. So if I walked behind you now, I should be able to see those glutes having a lovely squeeze. Now I'm going to take my chair and I'm going to do a one-legged deadlift. Now for those of you who are a bit more unstable, you can take this back foot down the floor, but I'll show you how a one-legged deadlift is. We've got a slight bend in that front knee and then we're coming up. So you'll feel this front leg doing a lot of work. If you feel really unstable, you can have the wall there or you can take that back foot and still leaning forward. So you can either do a tap with that back foot. This back is staying straight, don't want you to round out, and then we're bringing it in. So if you can take that leg up, you can. So bringing it forward. This back foot, try not to rotate the toes out because that'll rotate your whole pelvis. So we're trying to keep everything as straight as we can when we come down here. I want you to really feel that leg on the ground doing a lot of work. We're going to have that rest and we're going to change over. Take note all the time of which side's more stable, which side's unstable, because it can give you some ideas of where you're weak and where there's instability. So we just always want to take note of that. Now we've gone to the other leg and yeah, you don't need to hold on if you don't want to, but I've found by experience that people, when they don't hold on, that's when that foot at the back goes out. It's when they rotate more with their whole pelvis. So I'm trying to keep you as straight as I can. Front bend, a little bend in that front leg. And as you come forward and back, you will feel this glute, that whole leg, but that glute doing quite a bit of work. Great. Good. I'm going to stop there. Our next one is just going to be a one-legged squat. Now, it might be easier again for some of you to have this chair here. You can have a broom or whatever to help you, but we're just going to take one leg either up or just a toe down. So now I'm really going to work into this leg. This is my unstable leg, so I've got to do a lot more work. This is the one where my hip went at one stage and my glute stopped working. So it's more my unstable leg. I've always got to work a bit harder on it. But you can take that toe there if you want to, but I primarily want you working in one leg. If you can, we're just going to take it down and up. Trying to make those knees come to the front. You don't want to have your knees curving, caving in. So we're just going to push down into the heel with one leg. So you can either do that on a chair or you can hold the wall beside you and you can do it on the side. But just staying as stable as you can. So I'm going to do that around the other side now. I'm going to take the other leg. I'll take this leg up, but you can put a toe down if you want. You can put a heel down if you want. You can put the whole foot there, but taking more of the weight into one leg. And the main thing I want to see here is going up and down. You're just trying to sit back again. We're trying to sit back on the toilet seat or a chair. We're just trying to not to bring this knee forward. So we're trying to sit back into it, but you can have that toe down to balance yourself. I understand there's going to be a number of people at home not going to have great balance, so that's fine as well. Or a broomstick, a mop stick, just to help you out with that. Great. Good, we've got 4 seconds to go. Good. Now what I'm going to do next, we're actually going to take a knee up and kick back and lift. And again, I want you to try and keep those hips as straight as you can. So a knee up and a kick back. Great. Good. Now, to make this other leg work while we're here, you can take a small bend in this leg that's on the floor, because as much as this leg is working, this leg on the floor is also working. And the reason it's working is trying to hold you up. So there's a lot of work going to this one. And because there's a bend in that leg, I can feel it right into my glute. Here, you're going to really squeeze that butt cheek as you lift back. Nice big squeeze, toe pointed down towards the floor, and keep the bend in that front leg. Well done. Woo, yeah. Oh, I can feel that butt working hard. Take this around the other side. So now we'll take the other. Good, knee up, and then we'll lift back. And remembering to stay down a bit low into that one, so it's knee up, lift back. Knee up, lift back. And you may already feel this leg has done quite a bit of work by holding you up on the floor. Oh, good job. Knee up, lift back, and every time you lift back, think about that squeeze of that glute. We want to be squeezing that glute whenever we can. Great. Oh, yeah. Oh, particularly that front leg that's holding me up, doing a lot of work. Good. Now, I'm going to take this around the other side again, and I'm going to do just a fire hydrant here. So I'm going to take this leg bent. You can be doing this on the floor. It's a floor one as well, but I'm just going to be taking this out to the side. So lifting that leg out. Now, when we lift this knee out, we are actually working a lot more of our side hip. So our side glute, the gluteus medius, and you'll feel that in your hip. Again, let's have a slight bend in that leg. And as we take this knee to the side, you'll feel all that hopefully working. Great. Oh, yeah. Nice. Lovely. And I'm just going to take this leg back and do some little circles with it. Slight lean forward and then go circles the other way. Oh, yes. Okay, let's go the other side. Just going to take this leg that's standing up for me, holding me up on the floor, a slight bend. This other leg is bent, and I'm taking this leg out to the side. So we're not doing much movement here, not trying to kind of rotate right over, just going to lift that leg up. So we're doing that work into the gluteus medius. Ooh-wee. Yes, a lot of work going on. Great. Good. And I'm just going to take this leg back a bit and take some little circles. So if you see me from the side, little circles and little circles back. Woo. Oh, yeah. Great. Oh. Floor. So we're down on the floor now. You may opt to have a pillow there for some of your things. I'm going to opt to not have a pillow there. We're actually going to take that timer back to 40 seconds again, and we're going to start off on our back. First of all, into a bridge. So you're going to take those feet close to you, and we're going to lift up with our tailbone first, lifting up nice and high. I want you to think about squeezing these glutes nice and hard. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze here. And then we're going to come down vertebra by vertebra until we're all the way on the floor again. Now lifting up that tailbone, going to bring these hips up nice and high. Want you to think about squeezing those glutes nice and hard. There'll be some activation of other muscles here too. You'll feel some lower back activation as well, because our glutes don't work alone. Nothing works alone in our body. So that's it, and take that down. Now we are going to this time, if you did want to, you can try doing that bridge with staying up here and taking one leg and one leg. That leg you have on the floor, you'll feel more of that glute working as you take this side to side. So let's lift up, and you're going to take one leg and one leg. So it's like a marching bridge. Just take our weight into one leg and then into the other leg. Now, if you need a rest in between, come down, have a rest for the moment, then take your tailbone up again and doing a one leg. And certainly feel this working really hard into each glute and leg. Well done. Good. Good, we've got 8 seconds to go. If that becomes too hard, your back can't cope, come down, have a rest. We're going to come over to our side. This is where you might want to have a pillow there to bring in close. We're going to take these knees up, heels are together, and we're going to take this into a clam. Now, you can have a band on your legs with this if you did want to, either above the knee or below the knee, and it's going to make that clam work a bit harder. But this just will work a bit more of the gluteus medius, again, the side glute. So we just take that knee up, bring it down. Pushing up with that knee, bring it down. Trying to keep your hips totally to the front so we're not trying to rotate every time that we lift. Us bringing one knee up. Then of course we do one side and we need to do the other side. Well done. Good. Well done. Let's head on around to the other side and we will do it all over again. Lovely. Good. Knees up, heels together, and we're going to take one knee up. Well done. You should be able to feel those side glutes working, but obviously if you're somebody that's got pretty strong glutes, you may just want to work this harder, then yeah, feel free to tie a normal band, tie a TheraBand into a round band, and then pull it up over your legs, and you can be doing this with the TheraBand. But you may be somebody that's never really worked your glutes before, and you may just want to start off, for a start, just being able to do this without the band. Particularly if you've got bigger legs, you've already got to lift a fair bit anyway. Lovely. Now we're going to do over onto our front. We're doing that little lift. So we are going to lift up with this leg bent and be going to lift. Now we're going to take half the time doing single ones and then we're going to pulse it. Just lifting that up, squeezing that glute every time we lift and trying to keep those hips nice and straight. So we're not trying to rotate as we come up. And now we're going to just lift up here. So little pulses, pulse, pulse. Trying to keep that knee as high as you can and you're just pulsing it. Great. Good. You feel your hamstrings working, you feel your glutes working, feel a few things working. Oh, yeah. Oh, how'd you feel with that? You could certainly feel my glutes are working. We're going to go down on the other side and we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to take that knee from here and lifting up. Again, if you had your bands you wanted to pop around your legs, you could do that, and it is certainly going to work it a little bit harder. Great. 5 seconds will go into that pulse. And the aim with the pulse is to keep this knee up as high as you can and just lifting that heel up to the ceiling. Lift, 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 lift. You may not be able to stay here for long, that's fine. Feel free then to bring it back in and lift it back up again. Otherwise, just stay pulsing. Pulse, 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 pulse. Oh, now we're going back to that fire hydrant. I'm going to turn back around the other side. So this time we are going to be doing a lift out to the side, going to extend that leg, going to bring it in and in. Great, holding that core on while we're here. Take that knee out to the side, lifting out, bring it back in and in. Lovely, so a lift, straighten, in and in, lift, straighten, in and in. Great. I'm hoping you can feel your glutes there because I can certainly feel mine. Beautiful. Woo. Oh dear, yes. Oh, well done. Going to go the other side and do the same thing. Lovely. So with that leg, you're going to take it out, straighten, in and in. Now, if you don't like to do the straighten, you can just take your leg out to the side and bring it back in. Out to the side, bring it back in. This just adds another step to it, makes that glute work really hard. Great. And you'll also note the leg on the floor, the one that's holding us up, is also working really hard because it's trying to hold our body up for the lower half of our body, and it is working hard at the same time. Oh, well done. We are going to be going into, you can grab your pillow if you did want, but I'm just going to hold myself up here, and I'm going to take myself up in a plank. You can have your pillow under your head if you wanted to, and we're just going to try and take this leg behind us. So I like coming up on my arm and coming up on a knee, but just going to take, you can come down with your hip if you did want to. If you wanted to add another dimension to this, you could come up with your hip off the floor, so we're in a side plank. But otherwise, just trying to take this heel, pointing up to the ceiling and just behind you a bit, and we're just going to try and hold it there. If that gets too hard, bring it back down and then take it back out again. Just going to try and hold it there, and then you can bring it back down and holding. Good. We're going to flip to the other side. So again, you can have your head lying down if you want to. You can be up in a plank if you want to and take out this leg and take it slightly behind. So it depends how much you want to work here. Otherwise, take that leg out and taking it slightly behind. And trying to stay forward, try not to roll back onto your bum cheek, so we're staying forward with these hips. And I'm just going to take mine up here. And if you wanted to and that gets too hard, you can bring it down, have a rest, and then bring it up again. This is quite a long time, so I'm not expecting you to stay up there for 20 seconds. If you're at home and you are feeling like it's too long, just come for a few seconds, hold it up there, coming down. So we might get like 8 of these or so in this time period that I'm up there. Great. Now, that is the end of our workout. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you can feel your butt working and that you felt your legs working as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Well done on your excellent effort. Now, people with lazy glutes are often very tight as well. So we also need to stretch out, particularly if we've worked them, because they're going to be really even more tight. So let's get into some easy stretches that we can do. This is a great hip stretch. It's a 90-90 hip stretch. Going to take these knees over to one side. Going to take this back leg behind so that we've got a gap between us and this back leg. Going to hold up that chest nice and high, and we're simply going to lean forward over that knee. If you keep this leg pressed down in front, you can either have a hand there or just press it down yourself. You should feel a nice butt stretch in this side around into the butt. Should feel a really good stretch. Beautiful. We're just going to hold that for a moment. We're going to come up. This time we're going to aim for halfway down that leg. So just taking that chest forward, keeping up that chest high. It's easy enough to just slump down over, but I want you to keep that chest up nice and high, and we're just doing a hinge forward from the hips. And hopefully you can feel that lovely butt stretch. Love getting my butt stretched. It just feels divine. Because it's always tight, particularly this right one that I'm stretching at the moment. Take it up again. We're just going to aim over that foot now. Probably not going to be, we're not going to be able to lean forward very far, but you're just going to get a slightly different stretch than you got before, maybe a bit of an inner thigh stretch, but it just does all parts of the hip. Well done. Good. We are now going to keep this back leg down. We're going to do a bit of a quadricep stretch while we're here because we've done some good leg work in this workout. So hopefully feeling a bit of a stretch there. Now we're going to get a really good front butt stretch, and this is ideal if you've got sciatica. Just gives you the most amazing stretch. So in this leg that's bent at the back, we're going to take that out as straight as we can so that we're now going to slump down and forward over that front knee. And this is when the glute in this front leg gets an incredible stretch. You may even choose to come up a bit forward onto that leg so you can actually lean and coming up onto that. I actually get enough of a stretch with my thigh down, but you can bring your hips up off the floor if you want and leaning a bit more forward over that. I don't need to do that because I'm already very tight. Great, we're going to take these legs over to the other side, whip them over to the other side. We're going to take this top knee behind. We're going to keep up this chest nice and high, and we're simply going to lean over that knee. I'm not as tight into this glute, and you'll find the same with you as well. You may have done something at some stage. You couldn't believe it when I was running my gym, and I went in early one morning to take the 6 o'clock kind of class, and all I did was twist and turn on the computer, and it moved my sacroiliac joint. So it actually, I couldn't get up for a bit. I'm thinking, whoa, I'm at my peak fitness and I'm about to take a class, and I couldn't move. I was hunched over. And since then, I've had to really work hard on activating that glute that was involved with that. And it's my more unstable leg now. So you may find through something minor that you've done over the time, and we're all getting a bit older, that you have created this more unstable side, which is probably your weaker side and tighter side. So from here, keep that chest up. We're going to lean halfway over that leg. Yeah, so sometimes it doesn't take much. It can be the tiniest thing that we've done, but it can be enough to actually change our dynamics, biodynamics, and what we feel and how we move. So yeah, I couldn't believe that time. I was probably at my peak fitness, but probably also at my peak tightness because I was taking lots and lots of classes and probably not stretching appropriately in between. Then coming up again, holding that chest up high, this leg stays down, and we're going to lean over that front foot. Great. I hope you're feeling a nice stretch in various parts of your hips here. Might be more of an inner thigh stretch right now. Everything's attached to our hips though, so good to stretch it all out. Now coming back up, we're just going to lean back, keep this back knee down to the floor, and we should be getting a nice quadricep stretch here. Well done. Whew. Now we're going to take this leg right behind us as far as we can, and then just slump down over the floor and feeling that front leg. And again, reminding you that if you did want to, you can come forward a bit more and take those hips up off the floor. But if you're getting enough of a stretch with just slumping down over, then you're going to you're going to feel that in that glute in the front leg. I can certainly feel it. All right, going to take out these legs nice and wide. So really wide legs, and you may get that stretch straight away through here. But if you don't, you can either push from the back and lean forward, or you can kind of just hold on to your legs and pull yourself from the front. But just want you to feel that stretch here. Lots of my clients will feel the stretch as soon as they open up those legs. They are just so tight, through those adductors, those inner thighs. So yeah. Great. You can even take those feet in. So let's just take those feet in, and knees are out to the side, and we're going to lean forward again. You may find that one of those stretches suits you better than the other one, but again, that will be coming through into our inner thighs. Great. Good. One of my favorite stretches that I love to do is coming onto my front. I take my knees out wide and my toes are together. So if you can see, my toes are together, and I'm just going to, actually I can rock forward and back a bit with this, but then I'm just going to sit right back into that and take my chest down towards the floor. And I want you to feel that inner thigh stretch. So you'll feel that inner thigh. So you can pick whichever one of these inner thigh ones, but this is quite an intense one. Lovely, just let's roll onto our back. I'm going to be taking one foot over the other knee. Going to slide my hands through that inner underneath leg and then pull this top leg back towards me, and you'll feel a lovely stretch into that glute. It's one of my favorite ones, and one that I did quite a bit when I first hurt my hip. Yes. Hope you can feel that. You can play around with that a bit. You can pull that knee a bit more close, so you can play around. You know, you might want to pull that back. Some people won't be able to get up off the floor here. You may feel that this is enough of a stretch for you, and that's fine. But for me, I just need to pull that back a little bit further. Great, we're going to take over the other foot, over the other knee, and pulling that back. Awesome. I hope you can feel that stretch. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know how you're finding this stretch, and I'd love to know how you found that workout. Lovely. So we're going to take one leg down. One leg we're going to grab. So we're going to take an arm out to the side. We're going to grab this knee and we're going to pull it over as far as we can while this arm is staying down on the floor. Going to pull it over, so you can drop that foot down to the floor, but you're going to just take this knee over as far as you can while this arm is staying down on the floor. Should feel a nice stretch kind of through the back of that hip. Now you're going to take that leg down, the other knee up, going to grab this knee with the opposite arm, and then you can look away from your knee as well. So you can look away from that knee, the opposite side, trying to keep that opposite hand down so you can feel that lovely, lovely stretch. Now, if you find that stretch, that last stretch we did, too hard to bring that knee over, you can also just take your knees over just to one side, and then if you want to extend that, you can take that top knee over and then take them over to the other side, and you can extend that stretch if you did want to. So there's a few different ways you can do that. So that's just a bit of a stretch for our hips and glutes. I hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Have a good time trying it out. And let's hope that those glutes wake up soon, as mine have done over the years.